Welcome to Fred Achando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly support our channel, subscribe and click the notification bell, then like our videos. Things are getting thicker every second because we are counting hours to the biggest moment. When Raila said it, they thought 2 weeks was too far, but now they are staring at the very reality that in a few hours time, the country is going to plunge into the mother of all demonstrations. The universities are sending a warning bell. Kenyans are hungry. Now, in the midst of all this, President William Samoei Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua and the entire Kenya Kwanza team are putting a brave face. They want to show their supporters that they are never intimidated, that they are not scared. But sources close to the corridors of power reveal otherwise. Because the information that we have is that President William Ruto had tried to meet the former President Uhuru Kenyatta so that he can send Uhuru Kenyatta to Raila Odinga. Because the bitter truth is that William Samoei Ruto is not ready for the maandamano, is not ready for the demonstrations. And so it is indicated that Uhuru's cousin, called Kumu Muigai, is a very close ally of William Samoei Ruto. He supported him despite the fact that Uhuru wanted Raila. And he has always indicated that Uhuru is his brother, but when it comes to political decisions, he's got every right to support whoever he wants. He was rewarded in this government. So William Ruto approached him to go and talk to the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. But closer sources indicate that Uhuru declined to meet William Samoei Ruto. Now, Kumu Muigai later came out and said that those were rumors. But today, the very issue came up when Azimio had their presser, because one of the journalists from the mainstream media asked that question, and he insisted that this is information that was all over within the media.
This one, Vincent Ruto from NTV.
Yes, Vincent.
We know the deadline is elapsing to today midnight, and yesterday there were reports that an emissary was sent by President Ruto to try and set up a meeting with the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, and the former president flatly refused, and they used his cousin Kumu. I don't know if
where are you getting that, because I don't think any one of us here is aware of what you are discussing.
It was an exclusive information that I had. I don't know if you guys are aware of, or
in fairness to us, allow us to answer things that are within our knowledge.
But from that point of view, are you,
Vincent?
Is there anything coming from the other side with regards to the deadline?
Vincent, we will be speaking to the country tomorrow as the Azimio coalition upon expiry of the deadline to set out the next course of action.
So, ladies and gentlemen, apart from the fact that the administration is trying to put a brave face to show their supporters that they are not scared, they are having sleepless nights. And this is because William Ruto is a seasoned politician. He didn't start his politics yesterday. This guy started his politics in 1997 when he vied for the first time as the Eldoret Member of Parliament. He's seen Raila Odinga all the way from the Kanu regime to the Kibaki regime and then Uhuru. And he knows very well that when Raila says something, he means it. The only problem is that this time round, William Ruto tried playing a tough man and is now going to meet the consequences, because many experts have always advised William Samoei Ruto that the best thing to have done was to go and look for Raila Odinga. They sit down just to hear what exactly does Raila want, not dishing out some positions to Raila Odinga, because Raila Odinga is concerned that he has got over 8 million people who follow him, people who voted for him. And when they cannot get value for their votes, then he demands from William Ruto, because currently William Ruto is at the helm of everything. He's got the sword. He says he's the president, whichever way he ascended to that power. But William Ruto, instead of playing wise, he has allowed his other senses to lead him. And he understands very well, he understands it too well, that things are not going to be rosy for him. He knows very well that when Raila said that Isaac Hassan, the IEBC, the former IEBC members had to go, they went. And Ruto knows very well that when people were fighting for the multi-party democracy, Raila was at the center. During the second liberation, Raila was at the center. The only thing that the successive regimes have ever managed is to grab Raila's victory. But Raila has never lost touch with the masses, with the people that vote for him. And so this is the reason why William Ruto is scared stiff. If you are a Kenya Kwanza supporter and you are in this channel, it is good to know that the administration is scared and they are trying to do everything within their reach to reach Raila Odinga. Only that they don't want to do that directly, because they want to save their face. When they have come out in public and talked to their supporters, they don't want it to be seen that they are cowards. You know, it is very difficult to deal with a frustrated Kenyan. A Kenyan that goes without food. In fact, someone was telling me, even in the comments, the comment section, that this thing will soon go beyond Raila Odinga. It is going to be William Ruto versus the people. It will reach a point when serious Kenyans will go beyond their political affiliation, because they will realize that they are suffering from the same predicaments. When there is a lack of food and shortage of clean water and lack of employment and drought that is ravaging within the country and corruption that we have failed to fight, it does not select. We have a bottom line that there are only two tribes in Kenya, the haves and the have-nots. And this is the reason why William Ruto understands very well that a hungry Kenya will go out there and they will storm State House. I said here earlier that history has revealed that when a hungry mwananchi goes out to demand for his rights, it doesn't matter who stands on his way, because very soon it will mean that you either die in the house or you go outside there and die by the bullet if the government wants to. And this is the reason why it is very difficult to contain this situation, because while at those rallies Raila Odinga is speaking at the heart of the nation, at the heart of the people who listen to him, he is asking questions. In fact, many a times he reminds them that yeye kama Raila akona kila kitu. Raila has everything that he may want. He can afford even 100 meals in a day. He can afford to take his grandchildren to the best schools in the world. But he feels for the Kenyans, for the taxpayers who pay tax with their hard-earned cash. Because you will agree with me from where you sit that Kenyans are very hardworking. There are people who have got, you know, decorated certificates, but they don't have jobs. For those who have hustled like me, I can assure you that sometimes you even go to work with the building and construction, what we call mjengo. I understand that sometimes back, people are being begged to come for the mjengo thing. But today, because I have tested it, you go to the mjengo thing and it requires a godfather. Mjengo, not any other job. That is why we have reached. There are people who are lying in the houses today, waiting for a friend to call them that there is some building and construction work somewhere. And so when it reaches that point and you still play around with their money, because we hear about corruption here and there, they can wake up one day and history has shown that there is no government that can come on the way when we have a raged public that are seeking to get food. The cost of living is so high that the common man cannot reach it. Parents cannot take the children to school. That is a fact. Of course, I know there are few privileged ones, but the majority cannot. In Kajiado, we were being told that parents line up with their children in school. During lunchtime, they go to school with their plates to be served the same meal that their children are taking. And you cannot turn them away because you understand the drought situation. The other day, I analyzed about a family in Baringo where children had to slaughter and roast a dog for lack of food. That is where we are. And you see, sometimes the Kenya Kwanza team who have tasted power corrupts. They might not understand, or they know, but they want to deny. And so this is the reason I'm telling you that William Ruto was seriously looking for Raila Odinga through the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't know whether it is too late because Uhuru Kenyatta has declined, and it is because he had frustrated Uhuru. You see, at some point they withdrew their security, frustrated their family until Mama Ngina Kenyatta had to come out and condemn this, daring President William Ruto that if you know I have not paid any taxes, you know the right channel. There are independent institutions that can deal with that. I'm ready to give you part of my property so that it can pay for the deficit that you think that I've not paid. And it ended there. So Uhuru Kenyatta could not accept to meet Raila, because the last time when Raila had planned for the parallel mandamanos, it is being said that it is Uhuru Kenyatta who spoke with Raila, because Raila has got some respect to his son Sheikh brother. But William Ruto has spoiled every opportunity. He's burning all the bridges while he's climbing up, so that when he wants to come down, he does not have any ladder to come.